Biotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee.
Okay.
If you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Head to zbiotics.com/drink.
Oops, my bad. Had the video still playing. I'm gonna make a coffee, so be right back. Oy. Alright, I'm back. So move things around, just put my coffee down. Let's see if I can do it without dropping any. We're good. Nope. Okay, air purifier gone. You're hearing a lot of noise, and I see my dog coming. No, he left. He probably figured I didn't have any food. Alright, let's move the camera back. Okay, just give me a minute to get ready. I don't even have my earphones in, my ears in, my IEMs. There we go. Alright. Small little note, I brought back up the audio for the music. Hopefully that isn't going to be a problem. I realized on the recordings that like you literally couldn't hear the volume, the music at all. So that was kind of like the main thing I liked about this stream. Just having like nice background music. Nice, relaxing background music. What else am I doing? Oh, I gotta fix the camera. So yeah, it should be a little bit up. I'll keep an eye on it and see if it like feels any better. Oh. Big lift. Lights a little bit closer to me. There we go. Oh, okay. So, today we are going to be starting a new piece. We're moving on from the one that you see before you, and going to be starting in the next vampire. So, that would be vampire number 10. Alright? Yeah, it should be number 10. Yeah, 10. Because this past one was number 9. This is Chance, the Gangrel. I don't have my little window up. There it is. Sorry. Please pull up the camera, thank you. Yeah, so they're the Gangrel of the Vampire the Masquerade clans. And it was a really fun one to work on. I'm really happy with how it turned out. mentioned in the last stream that I was gonna take some time to figure out which I liked better, whether or not I wanted the really, really clean look, or if I wanted the more like crazy look. Hold on, let me see. So this is one version. This is so you can see like I went a little crazy with texture, making everything look a lot more artsy, painterly, adding strokes and just a little bit more violence to the piece. And I just felt like that was the right direction. I think I'm gonna stick with that. I asked my friends, asked what they thought, and they were kind of just like, you know, like the what you want as an artist should always be the answer. I get where they're coming from, but I do think that there's a little bit of not every artistic decision is like better for the piece. Sometimes the artist can be a little blind to their own piece or their potential of their own piece. And I mean, there's a little bit of like you should still be. One second, hold on. I'm trying to fix this camera. There we go, much better. But yeah, you should still be like aware that you can get like tunnel vision on your own piece. Can you please type in death? I don't know. Let's see. I think you're just asking me to type out the message. There you go. Yeah. So I'm trying to just figure out where I'm gonna go for the next piece. Sorry, I got lost in my train of thought. So I decided I wanted the more artsy way to go through because I do think like sometimes I can get a little bit tunnel vision, but I think this is one where if I don't really, you know, like push what I want, what I was hoping for in this piece, then I'm gonna regret it. So, you know, like if I don't put something a little bit different from all the other pieces, then I'm gonna regret that it's not like what it could be, you know? I'm gonna miss out on the potential. Zooming in on the camera. Nope. Like right there. Okay, let's see. Contrast. Okay, I think we're good from there. Alright, camera's all set up. I think we're all good on that. How's the audio? Audio should be good. Move my stuff around. So yes, we are going to be starting a new piece. Hang on. Just a little bit higher. There we go. Yeah, we should be starting a new piece today. This is going to be the 10th vampire. This is going to be Romeo, the Tzimisce. And I discussed this before, but the Tzimisce that I have is a lot more subdued than a lot of Tzimisce that you usually see. Hang on, the camera is still bothering me because I just remembered. There we go. There's like two flavors of Tzimisce, and I wanted to go with something a little bit more subdued. So here's the final look of the piece for Chance that I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna be pretty happy sticking with this. I just prefer the more artistic painterly look of it, and I feel like it's a little bit more authentic to what I was imagining in my head. And you know, like I feel like if I don't push this, then I'm gonna regret it. Regret what it looks like without it. Like I could like post this, and you know, people will understand what's going on a little bit better. But then I'm gonna know in the back of my head, you know, like this isn't exactly, and you know, this isn't exactly what I planned. So this is what I'm gonna go with in the end. But yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have closed it like that, but that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a new one. Let's see, custom. I think I do A4. Nah, crap. I don't remember what I had. Give it a second. I'm pretty sure A4 is what I usually work on. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. I'm just getting all the things ready to get started on a new piece, but I forgot the dimensions of the piece that I usually work on. So just give me just a moment. Image, properties. 3508, 4906. I think that's A3 actually. Yep. I could do 600, but then the files are going to be like insanely huge because already this one's like in the yellow. You can see on like the bottom right. Oh, thank you. I'd really appreciate it if you like follow me on Instagram, DeviantArt, wherever you prefer. But also if you just want to hang out, that's good too. So we can go ahead and get started on this guy. So let me pull in the reference so we can see what the character looks like that I'm going to be working on. Pictures. Notebook sketches. Here we go. So this is going to be Romeo the Tzimisce. There we go. So this is the guy. He's very like Dracula inspired. I really like the kind of like old classical vampire look. You know, like they're very polite. They're very, you know, like respectful. Very dignified. But then, you know, like they also have like the ability to transform, just like all the other Tzimisce, where they can like shape their face and bones into like just terrible beasts. So really what I want to emphasize is like the idea of the name Dracula. Most people know this already, but I'm going to explain it anyways. Most people, Dracula comes from the name Son of Dracul, which is like son of the dragon. It also has like son of the devil annotations to it. So I'm going for a little bit of the two. So you can see like here's his like transformation process. You can see that if he ever wants to like intimidate somebody, he can like pull his like forehead into horns, make his teeth more gnarly, into like more of a devil face. But then that also like slowly transforms if he starts to get angry and more like aggressive into a dragon like face, kind of like combining the two ideas, where it's like demon. He's like a demon, but also like he becomes more of a dragon, more of a beast as he gives into the beast in Vampire the Masquerade. But that's the idea. Very fun. Thank you. I have fun with the ideas. I try to anyways. But yeah, that's gonna be him. So like I like the idea of like the really like warped bone people. You know, like they have, if you look up designs of Tzimisce, you'll usually see like rib cages for foreheads, you know, giant bat wings. But it's like, I think as far as like maneuvering himself in society, he usually just goes as a normal looking person. And then whenever he becomes like more aggressive or, you know, just angry or furious, or he starts to give in to the beast, then he becomes like that really, really gnarly look. I have somewhere the picture for his what he looks like when he really loses it. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Nope. See, this is on my DeviantArt because I never posted it to my Instagram. Where is it? Oh, come on. I swear I had it once. Yeah. I think Tzimisce, they benefit from having both. They're being able to like present themselves as both. Clan. I'm pretty sure it spells Tzimisce. It's a very hard name. Going old Dracula vibes. I work at a hospital. I do like front desk stuff. So let's see. Let me go ahead and put a color on here so this canvas isn't as blinding. I'm gonna put you up here. There we go. And then let me also go ahead and show you the thumbnail sketch that I did. So usually when I do these drawings, I try to work out on a little sketchbook what I'm gonna be doing. That way, like I have an idea and I can go through a few so I can go through a few ideas and just figure out which I think presents best. So I had actually a lot of trouble with this one because I had like 2 general ideas. Let me see if I can get it on here. So you can see, let me move this way, this way, this way, this way. There we go. Okay, so you can see over here, let me move this stuff. You can see over here, like I'm working out the sketches. I'm like slowly getting closer to where I want to be. God, I can't move this camera right. Yeah, you can see I'm like slowly working through the piece to figure out like where I want to go with it. And I have like 2 general ideas. So like one is, oh God, please get it on paper. There we go, this guy right here. So I have one where he's basically just like a profile shot from the chest up. Just a moment. You can see him from chest up, and the main idea is I want to emphasize the dragon or the devil in the background by using his shadow. So kind of like even though his shadow should be like a normal shadow, it kind of stretches and morphs into this symbol of him. It's more of like it kind of like lets you know that something's off about the character. So I have on this one where he's like in front of the doorway, and you can see behind him is a shadow of like demon horns and wings. It's a little simple, but I like it. But then I also have down here, you get a little bit more of him in an alleyway, and along like the walls of the alley, you see more of like the dragon shape. So that's kind of more what I want to do because I really want that dragon to come through. And then I have over here, like I think what I'm gonna try to do is like him, kind of a merge of the 2, where you see him from the chest up. You mostly get his face and the background, and then in the background you see the dragon like behind him. You know, like his shadow. We'll see how it works. I'm gonna try to sketch it out. I really want to get like the balance of everything right because I think the dragon on this little sketch is too big. So we're gonna see if I can get it a little bit more likable. And you know, if I start to struggle too much, then I'm gonna go with the guy up top. Oh, here we go. Nope, wrong one. I think this is a good like. Oh God, here we go. You see the guy all the way over here. Oh, there we go. This one right here. That one's probably gonna be like the easiest one to do, and I think that one's a little bit more obvious, a little bit more clear. So if it gets too difficult and I just can't make all the elements work together, I'm just gonna go with like the simplest one because I think it also grants an opportunity of like sometimes the simplest thing is a good opportunity to show your skills and like rendering and like all the other stuff. If you execute it really well, it can still be a very impressive piece, even if the idea is a lot more simple. It's not like you don't always have to go for the hugest, most cluttered piece. I think that's kind of like a common mistake I do. Okay. Oop. And I dropped my hat. Do you think about mixing bats and dragons? Yes, I think this would be like the perfect merger of like those 2 ideas, where it's like the son of the dragon and then you also get the son of the devil. Because he's a Tzimisce and they use bone and flesh, it would be like more like bat wings. That's actually exactly what I have, but again, I wish I had that drawing. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know where I posted it. Or maybe it is on my Instagram, actually. Oh, come on. my mouse just died. Everything's dying. This is the worst stream. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Alright, it's plugged in. So I think I just remember what it is. Hold on. Instagram. I think I actually did post it on my Instagram and not my DeviantArt, which is weird. I usually don't do that. Let's see, I just have to scroll down pretty far to get there. Goodness gracious, it's been a while. I've been drawing vampires for way too long. Here we go. So let's see, back. Here we go. So this isn't a full picture because Instagram crops everything, but let me just go and grab this. Just gonna grab the whole thing. Bah. Here we go. So this is him when he like really starts to lose it. He becomes just like this mass of like eyes. It's like this really warped form of a dragon. So you can see that his hand becomes like these leathery wings of just like meat and muscle and flesh. It's a really chaotic piece because I try to have everything in there. It's a really bad habit of mine where I keep trying to like shove everything into one place. But then you can see like a little bit more of a simple diagram. So you see that his hands become two massive wings behind him. And then his like head and chest combined become like this gigantic mouth. So yeah, just a lot of like really bizarre ideas that I was coming up with. To be completely honest, the hand thing was pretty heavily borrowed from Naruto because I grew up watching Naruto. And Sasuke is a character who transforms into like this demon form. And he has like hand wings that are made out of that are just like giant hands and like webbing between them. And so like I borrowed that idea and I think it really like works here. Sorry about that, but you know, I really like the hand wings. I think it combines like that body horror aspect of it where it's like it's you know it's not that he's actually a dragon, it's more of that he's like this malformed human person trying everything they can to become a dragon, and it's not pretty. It is just like this nasty mess of, you know, like flesh and teeth and claws. It's like this is not supposed to fit in the form of dragon. You know, it's almost like you have like this mold of a dragon, and you're just shoving a human being into it and trying to like stretch it out until it like fits the form, and it's not working. So that's where it's like almost like everything's just all over the place. It's supposed to be a mess. So yeah. That's just a fun little idea. It's not important to this drawing because he's not going to go full dragon. But I like the idea of him just like slowly transforming into like from like a kind of like conserved, very like nice looking person on the outside. The more and more of the insides come out until he's just like a complete mess of a human, and there's no human anymore. That's the idea. But we're gonna go ahead and he's out. He's gone. Okay, so we're gonna zoom out. Okay. Got my pencil. Let's get started. But yeah, that's just a very fun design I have with it. Because I think, you know, whenever you draw a Tzimisce, you should be able to have fun with that. And my pen is dead. Everything is not charged. I am very annoyed. Man, everything is not charged right now. Where's my charger? Here. Oh, and I do request, but mostly through commissions. I do have a sheet down below if you want to take a look at that. But as far as just like for free, not really right now. I think maybe whenever so I do these in threes. I do 3 vampires, and then I have a little bit of an off period, so I can focus on trying to improve my technique a little bit and just having a little bit more fun with not vampire themed pieces. That's more of a good chance to actually get me to draw something, because I'm usually looking for ideas and I'm coming up with them on the spot. So that's the perfect time to actually get a request in. Otherwise, once I'm doing the vampires, I'm gonna be doing vampires until I'm done. Wait. Whew. But yeah, requests happen. Commissions if you prefer. Do I practice his anatomy? A lot, actually. Ooh, a little bit of true anatomy. Well, I will say this is a little old, so there's not a lot of true anatomy here. But I think it's okay. I think, like I said, it's more of the fact that his like hands are like combining with other hands, and that's why it looks a little wonky. But yeah, I think this one's fine. I think maybe like the hand going behind his back is a little weird, a little bit too long. I try to give him like a very long and limber look. But again, this is more like an old piece. This is like 20. I think this would have been like right at the start of COVID, so 2020, 2019, one of those. Yeah, I do a lot of anatomy practice. It's one of my favorite things to do. I wouldn't say I have like a super great oh yeah, that's a really bad habit. I have I make my heads way too big, and it makes the rest of the body have a lot of issues. So that's why his legs look really tiny, especially during this period. During this period, I had a really hard time with that. Like every time I would show my friends, they would say, "He looks tiny. He looks like a short person." He's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be a very tall person, but you know, we're working on it. It's a work in progress. It's more of the I never sat down and did like a true like technique where you ratio out the heads to toe ratio. It was always just drawing what came to my head, and yeah, I get lost in the size of the head and the size of the rest of the body, because I get so much like detail in the head that the body ends up being really short. That's usually what happens. Even though I really like working on the details of the body, it's the proportion. That's why digital is a little easier, because I can actually like, once I realize like the head is way too big, I can actually like shorten it later down the line. So, yep, it's just something I always have to keep an eye out for. And also, thank you. I really appreciate it. I always try to like challenge myself every time I start a new piece, so I hope I am at least improving. That's the goal. So let me have this out so I can see where I'm going. Okay. So let's just do like a quick sketch. I'm gonna make my brush like, I don't know, 25. That's good. I like seeing other people's art, even if it's not like super professional. I love seeing just people express their creativity in some way. Hey, I haven't seen you in a little while. It seems like you've been traveling a lot recently. Oop. We are starting on a new piece. We are getting into my next little vampire character. Yeah, I thought I saw you like just like in a lot of places, like in some kind of island. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, I'll try to check it out after the stream. So one thing I've already decided is I do think that it's a good idea to have like a Dutch angle. Just have them like at an off angle where like the horizon. Oops, I did the wrong stroke. Okay, here we go. Usually the horizon line is straight. I'm thinking of doing it at like an off angle like this. That way like things kind of feel unbalanced. I don't think you need a lot to realize that this person's not very trustworthy, but I think it's just like a little bit of like shorthand to, help push that forward. Plus, I like doing weird off angles and weird camera effects if I can. Okay, yeah, I think Greece might have been the one I saw. And then also England looks crazy to me, so I guess I might have just assumed that you were in a foreign land. Let's see. So the other big thing about this character is I really like the hunched look for him. Like I like he's a really tall person. Like I would imagine like 6'4", 6'5", so it's maybe even like 6'7", like very tall, very skinny person. But they always like hunch forward, so it kind of like hides how big the person is. So they almost seem like a really just like pleasant old man. They kind of just use like their they have an accent, so they kind of like try to like get away with a lot of stuff. Just like trying to like seem like they don't know what's going on, that they're from a different region. But in reality, they're you know, like hundreds of years old, so they have an understanding of a lot of different cultures. They're just using it as like a almost like to disarm people, to like make them look a lot friendlier than they are. Not the Greek Turkey discourse, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, and let me do the background. That's enough to get like the structure of where the character is going. And then I might also make him bigger, because he's already like tiny for the canvas. You know, like it's already like a portrait canvas, and he's like only over here in the corner. So I might make him way bigger, or way closer to the camera. That way, like all this isn't just like background, because mainly there's like two focuses. There's the character right here. Then there's going to be like the shadow in the background, and that's really everything. Let's see. Oop, yeah, so this is going to be the background layer. I'm on my sketch, I have it like right here. Oop, go away. So something like right here. Then maybe here. Then I should probably also use my like vantage point, or my horizon line tool, bet. Oh yeah, his arm is a little long. I'm gonna try to make it work with the cameras, because like what's it, foreshortening. But that's also gonna be a tough one to get pulled off just right. So maybe I'm like kind of already struggling a little bit, but this is only like the sketch area, so we're just getting started. Oops, hold on. His eyebrows are more like, there we go. See, he's peaceful. He's a nice little guy. See, he doesn't have angry eyebrows. He has nice eyebrows. And he has like a nice little mustache. Very friendly mustache. It's been going alright. I just finished a piece. I don't think we're here for that, so let me show that off. Bah. Give it a minute to load. But yeah, I've just been working on art. I've been doing a little bit of traveling. I think where did I just go? I just went out of the... Oh, I went to Seattle. So I went to the other side of the country for like 3 or 4 days. And that was really fun. I like the coffee. I like the food. The views were very nice. It's a very like quiet, gloomy little town. It's kind of like almost like England, where it's like Seattle's very rainy, very downpouring like all the time. And that's kind of nice. Maybe not to live there all the time, but you know, like every now and again you like that like really cozy weather. Really nice stay inside the house weather. Yeah, I posted a little bit about it. Then I went to Charlotte and was in North Carolina for a bit. But otherwise, I'm pretty much like all finished with traveling for a little while. Yes, this is a piece that I'm very... This one was a very hard one to get down, because like the posing and everything was so not what I wanted. Let me see. Can I get my arrows? Bah, that's gonna take too long actually. But yeah, this like I decided that I really like the really textured look, where you know like you have like all these random strokes all over the place, just to kind of give you like a little bit of the feeling of the piece rather than you know any kind of reality. Undeads from Fantastic Stories or zombies from Modern Time Stories? I'm trying to think. So the first zombie that I could think of as like old stories would be like Night of the Living Dead. And then we have today's stories. I don't know. I think maybe earlier on it was a little bit more metaphor, and that was very nice. So like instead of just being undead, they were kind of like metaphors for like a greater narrative of like humanity. Today they're a little bit more like just like survival stories, where it's just you know you get it's more like people fantasizing about how they would survive in an apocalyptic situation. I think older zombie stories I would prefer out of the two. No, do not save it. But yeah, sorry, that was a piece that I just finished earlier. So now we're already on to the next one. That's not the background. Oh, let me give him hair. He looks very bald. He's not bald. He actually has really nice long hair. He has like the hair everybody dreams about having, like the really long flowing locks. Like just very, oop, go away. Just very thick, you know, like long hair. I used to want to have long hair, but then I found out that there's like a really hard middle period where, you know, like you have like a very awkward looking hair for a while. And I just could not get past that. It was a very hard bump to get around. So eventually I just started to get more comfortable with having short hair. And then now, I'm a lot more comfortable with having short hair. But I do wish that I could have tried it once. So just gonna fill this in. No, I'm getting worked up on details. I should not be getting this close. Ooh. His forehead's a little big, like that. Trim down the head. Yeah, I need to get a haircut too. My hair dye is starting to like fade a little bit towards the roots. And then also, I'm thinking of trying to go for a little bit more bangs. But like I said, I have like a really awkward middle period where if my hair gets long, it just starts to get poofy and like a little bit of an afro because of like the hot weather. But me when I see food in the freezer, just a big old reaching for the camera. I mean, for foreshortening, I could just do like the oh. I thought that was an eraser. Put that back. Okay, eraser. Let's see. Oop. So proper foreshortening would probably be a little bit more. Let's see, a little bit like that. Then the hand would start here. How does the handshake go? Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how handshakes work. Okay, I'm like figuring it out in 3D. No, let's see if this works. You got just a fat old thumb wrapping around his hand. So let's see like that. Let's see like that. Make it a little bit shorter. And then I think you would see like the other fingers start to come around the back of his hand. Honestly, if you have somebody that like just walks up to you and shakes your hand, it might be a vampire. Like immediately, as soon as somebody grabs your hand, it's like, oh, this isn't a man from the 2000s. This is a man from like the 1700s. He like forgot what year, what time period it was. we see a little bit of the edge of the hand because directly the posture, directly from the front. You probably could fix that in some done details, but I need to say it. Yeah, that's why you're right. This is gonna be just have to be tweaked. I think I'm already thinking about making him a lot bigger though, because like he is tiny to this, tiny in this like portrait. He doesn't need to take up like the whole picture, but like I don't know, something about how small he is just bugging me. Let me just. Beep. How big can we go before it starts to get weird? Ooh, actually, you can go pretty big and it's not that bad. He will not be naked. Hush you. You do not want to see him naked. Do I have to remind you? This is him naked. Okay. He's got nothing down there. Let's see. I think that's good. Hold on. Let me do something. Let me do something real quick. Ah, come on. I'm trying to remember. Very sexy. Let's see. Rule of thirds. Vertical. Transparent. This is a very like stupid way to do it, but this is the way that I do it. Do I actually already have one saved? That would make things easier. Art. Resources. There it is. See, I've done this before. This should work. I'm gonna put this all the way up top. Rule of thirds will kill me one day. Hopefully not. We try to avoid that. There we go. Is that straight? Yeah, that's straight. Okay, then we're just gonna make it huge. If we just get it just about right, it should be all good. This character's name is Romeo. I think Romeo is an Italian name. He's supposed to be Italian. I think I don't have to fit it like that. I think I can just do it like this. Yeah, because it's still going to keep itself in proportion. There we go. Oh, hold on. Just look a bit taller. There we go. Can I press enter? There we go. All right, so rule of thirds. Make it a little bit more transparent. Okay, here we go. So yeah, he's almost there already. So let's see. How can we fit him in? What about what size? I hear rule of thirds too often. Yeah, I've heard that. Oh, okay. Well, it's been good talking to you. Hope you tune in next week. Should be here next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not sure what that is in Turkey, but hope you managed to join in. But yeah, I hear that like art schools will like kind of train that out of you, where they're gonna like beat so many like lessons into your head that eventually you're gonna start to hate it a little bit, which is why I never went. Well, there's other reasons why, but that was one of the things that I was worried about. Let's see. Here we go. I think that's a good size. Now the tricky part is gonna be getting the dragon to show up in the background. So let's see. Because I want the dragon like his shadow, so. Oh, film. Okay, film. There we go. Yeah, rule of thirds is going to be really important for film. I like seeing a lot of like film breakdowns. What am I drawing? This is supposed to be a dragon. Just stick with me for a second. I promise it'll look like a dragon when I'm done. Just a very wonky looking dragon. What am I doing? I keep messing up like small stuff. So what is his horns are supposed to be like little hooks. Ooh, short films should be fun. I always had an issue with cameras growing up. I hated showing up in cameras, but I did always like kind of want to be like, I think all kids kind of want to be like that creative, either the director or an actor. I don't know if I could do it though. I have, especially like acting, I have a really hard time with like letting go of that ego. But I hope that's very fun. Seems like it would be like a really good time, especially if you're doing it with some friends. Congratulations on being a director, and I hope it works out for you. I think it's gonna be, you know, like this is gonna be like I imagine it's like your training wheel, so I wouldn't worry too much about having to be perfect. Just, you know, doing your best and like learning what you can while you're doing it. I think that's probably the most important part. Because I don't think there's going to be anybody else that has like directing chops anyways. You're not going to be with Steven Spielberg. I hope not. Then I would be nervous. If Steven Spielberg is there, or I don't know, Quentin Tarantino is there, then I would be nervous about your directing chops. Then I'd be like, okay, But if it's just you, no one else is there, is like a super professional director, you should be fine. Exactly. So just have a good time, figure it out along the way. A lot of really great films started as just like student films. Yeah, I get that. Kind of want to, you like, especially that's good that you want like something that people are actually going to enjoy. I think that's probably going to show through in the work. So here's what we got. There we go. See, I told you it would look like a dragon when I'm done. Oh, I can even give him a mustache too. Because dragons have mustaches. They have like those little weird tendril things. I don't know what they are. I might also... He's my best friend and dad. But he doesn't know it yet. I don't know what that means. I'm a little suspicious. How does he not know? Translate for me, Peanut. There you go. So let me do this. I'm gonna try to warp it so it looks like it's like along the wall. This is not what I'm trying to do. Hold on. Oh goodness. That doesn't seem healthy, but you know, you do what you want. Which one? Is it this one? Nope, that's not it. Oh, I forgot all the tools. Here we go. Perspective. I think that's the one. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. Perspective. Bip. There we go. So try to make it like fit the lines of the wall a little bit. There we go. Make it tall. Then we're gonna stretch him. Nope, not like that. Then we're gonna stretch him down here. Down there. Try to fit along the horizon. Gonna make him a lot taller. Kind of like that. And then I'm gonna try to make it a little blurry, a little further in the background, a little faded. That way you can tell like it's a shadow and it doesn't take too much focus. So, you know, kind of hide it a little bit. It's super healthy. It's so actively healthy to have many fathers. It's crazy. Trust me, my therapist told me. We'll have fun. Oh, sorry, stretch. Ooh, stretch. But yeah, I hope it goes very well for you. The dadding, making him the dad, as well as the student film, and have a good time too. Because I think that's also something that's I think you can tell whenever you're watching like actors. Like I remember, there's a lot of stories of like old movies where you can kind of tell like whether or not the actors are having a good time or not. So The one that comes to mind is like Mortal Kombat, like the original one from like the 90s. Everybody there was like really good friends. They had a lot of parties, a lot of fun. And I think that was, you know, like you can kind of tell when you're watching the movie, like everybody's there just to be silly and have a good time. So I think probably not stressing too much is probably a great idea. You know, like have a little bit of passion for what you're doing, but not so much that you're gonna like lose hair over it. Hair is important. Please hold on to your hair as long as you can. Exactly, like It's Always Sunny. Like you can tell everybody there was just having a dumb, silly time. Danny DeVito's a little hard to tell though. I honestly don't know how he feels. I think he's having a fun time, but like, I wonder if is he okay with what he's doing? Like, whenever he was like completely shaved down and had like grease all over him, I was just like, is Danny DeVito okay? Should he be making this show? DeVito is very mysterious. I think he talked about his like daughter or his granddaughters thinking it's really funny, Always Sunny. So that's why he liked doing it. I might be making that up though. So, yeah, sliding around in hand sanitizer. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That was a moment where I was like, oh my god. How far is too far for Danny DeVito? This man was in children's movie. He was in Matilda. What? Always Sunny? I like Always Sunny. My older brother was super into it. I caught a few episodes here and there, and it was really fun. I'm always the guy that just like sees somebody watching a new show, and then I'll just like hop in, just like watch a couple episodes with them, but then I'll like never watch it on my own. That's the same way with The Office, where I just like I've never watched The Office on my own, but I did watch it whenever my brothers watched it, so I basically know what's going on. I basically know the entire show. His arm is heckin' huge. Hold on. He's critiquing my anatomy. I have to do it correctly. How does that go? Some parents are cool about that kind of stuff. Some parents, not so much. Oop. That's fair. That's a fair reaction. If like a normal person sees Always Sunny in Philadelphia and they're not as funny, then yeah, that's probably the appropriate reaction. Because like it's kind of a hard show to explain too, because like when you explain, it's like, oh, what is this show? It's like, oh, it's like a show about the worst people ever doing some of the worst things, and it just keeps getting worse. It's like, oh, that doesn't sound like a good time, but it is, you know, like it is pretty great. Do you have a printout of Danny DeVito and you're just hiding it around the house? Hang on just a second. Let me check my thing. Find a Danny DeVito. That makes me happy. He's a good lad, Danny DeVito. Benedict Cumberbatch, that was the old me. New me is in the Danny DeVito. All right, which one of you layers has this part? Okay, there we go, found it. Confess your sins, Peanut. You searched for a new dad, and it wasn't what you expected. But they're so awful. I think maybe Mac is probably like the easiest one to see like as like an actual friend. Probably not one you would trust with like anything important. But you know, like I could see Mac being a good friend, just like a good guy to hang out with. Dennis, absolutely not. Dennis would kill you. Dennis would like wear your face like to get into like a party. Dennis is not somebody you should trust. Charlie, you would want to be his friend, but he would like get you banned from so many places that like it's impossible. You just can't. Dennis? Oh my goodness. Sir, please, find help. Charlie's a good person. He just hurts everything he touches. Most of them do. I think I just relate most to Mac because he just seems like a very selfish person, but generally very relaxed compared to like, you know, Dennis being a serial killer, then Charlie being a, I don't know, a sociopath. Like a kind-hearted sociopath, but a sociopath nonetheless. I'm trying to get the angle for these buildings right. It's really hard. Because I want it to look like it's far in the background, but it's hard with where he is. That's fair. It's like fade him down. Maybe that'll help. But the thing is, like, you would be like, okay, Charlie's fine, you know, only if I leave him in the corner, and then somehow like the house would burn down. It's like let's put him in the corner to be nice, and then like somehow like your house is gone, and like he went out to go grab something from the gas station, and it's like you don't know how to forgive him at that point. It's like how, but how? And obviously he didn't mean to do it, but you know. Sometimes he just does things, you know, he can't control. And that's what I think is the trouble with Charlie. Like I said, kind-hearted, but you know, he's going to do something that's going to make it so like you just can't be around him. Just a silly little guy. Just burning down a few buildings, just a silly little guy. He's so silly. Then like I said, Dennis is very straightforward. He is going to kill you. Then D is a bird. And uncoordinated. I think D is supposed to feel like the most normal, but she definitely is not. She is like insane. I think she would be like normal for like the first couple months, and then like one day, just for whatever reason, she would have like this crazy idea that like you're betraying her or you're like taking advantage of her, and then like she would lose it. She would like, you know, slash your tires. She would like completely just ruin your life. Like start calling you the place you work. I think if I had to choose one, if like at gunpoint, because at that point, you know, it's not even for me. I think all of them would do me wrong. Maybe DeVito. Maybe DeVito, Frank would be fine. Although I feel like he would get me into like an insurance scam or something. He'd get me into like business trouble. Mac, I think it would be like he'd get himself into trouble and would not be able to see why he got in trouble. He'd complain about why did he get in trouble, like he did everything right. Yeah, exactly. Like Frank it would like be okay. Like he'd be like that nice little grandpa that you could ignore for a while. But then like you stop paying attention for 5 minutes and there's an insurance agent at your house and he's angry. And now you have to deal with like insurance people and figure out like what went wrong. And it turns out like he just straight up like robbed people. It's like he wouldn't even like scam you, he would scam other people and then you would have to deal with the consequences. Like he wrote your name in on a form because like that was the quickest way to get out of it. And now you're just like stuck explaining like, oh no, it wasn't my credit card. No, please, I had so much money. Please, oh my goodness, my savings is gone. Like that's how it would go. Mac, I think, would like get banned from a gym or a bar and then be like, oh yeah, what was their deal? Like what was their problem? All I did was, you know, try to hit on the manager's wife or something. They're all just nice little silly people. It's hard to say that whenever you remember like there was the preacher who was just a nice guy and now he's a meth addict because like the guys just had a little goof. They had a little fun. They had a little gaff. Just a little bit of nonsense. Oh, Mac. That's a good point, actually. I forgot about that. But it's still like it's like an ego thing. Like it's not about, you know, the woman. It's about the ego. It's that he could get away with. This is hard. 1 second. It's like him going with emotions. It's not it's like that's an interpretation. I don't think I've heard that one before. But it reminds me of like the dentist system. Like I watched that recently. Just rewatched it, and like the whole thing is that he has the Mac system where he comes in right after dentist to swoop up the ladies, and it's like he still sleeps with women, but like it probably isn't. You know, like it's probably like an ego thing. It's because he knows he can get away with it. Hang on, let me pull up his character. This is looking okay. Let me mess with the dragon a little bit more. Yeah, I've never heard the Dennis Mac fanfiction. Is Dennis in the room with you now, Pina? Oh, this is not going well. I think I've seen some fanfic for Always Sunny. Not like a lot. I think I've just seen like fan art and some like sussy stuff. I don't know where though. I mean, I'm on DeviantArt like at least once a week, so I think I might have like saw some fan art where it's like, are these the Always Sunny characters? But they like are in like such a style that it doesn't even look like the Always Sunny characters, but there's just like one little thing that makes it like clear. Let's leave him there. I couldn't tell you were lying. What? Like a taste. Like this is like the blur I would have in the background. So like the dragon's shadow is there, but like it's so blurry that you wouldn't really be able to tell what it is unless you were like paying attention to it. And then maybe I can like hide it with like some of the background colors, so it's like a little bit more obscure. Let me make it more of a shadow. And then the shadow's gonna kind of fade as it goes towards the bottom. And then like also like the little like hooked nature of it, like the little like round nature of it, is also because like the character stands with a hunch. So it's kind of like almost like a dragon like healed over itself. Like that's the idea. Healed is probably not the right word, but that's the idea. That's the concept. Let's see. Let me try something else too. I'm gonna put that there. Oh. Turn that off. Try. I'm gonna have like an obscure alley look, but let me try something else. Let's try like an empty plot in the middle of nowhere, and then there's like maybe like a few office buildings. Like I'm thinking like somewhere in like Nevada or something, where it's just nothing but like plains, and then you'll just have like a few buildings here and there. I might have the wrong idea of what Nevada looks like, but who knows? No one knows what Nevada looks like. No one's been to Nevada. No one goes to Nevada. So let's see. Horizon lines around here, so like that. Oh. Let's have like a street pole, because that's all you get. Like just like what is it called? Those things where electric wires go on? Phone lines? Can I just look like empty lot in Nevada? And see if that pulls up anything on Google. That's almost, oh, hold on. This is almost like what I'm thinking. Let's see, that's Las Vegas. Let's not do that. I'm thinking like abandoned parking lot kind of thing. Like, hold on. See, almost like this. Almost like this. Let me post this. That's a tiny picture. Thank you, Google. Let's just zoom in. So you see this where it's like, it's just empty, and then you'll just have like one big building over here. Like, I'm wondering, like, maybe at night, like kind of like, there should be nobody around you. But, like, there's this just random guy that seems like he came straight out of the 1700s. Ooh, here we go. See, oh, come on, why is it a stock image? But it's almost exactly the vibe. Let me see if I can keep, oh, here we go. This is the vibe I'm thinking. Yes, that is America. Land of the free. Free to be depressing. Like this is exactly the vibe I'm talking about. Like empty street, nobody should be around, and then you just see. Let me draw like in a guy. Let me draw in like the shadow. But all of a sudden, let's see. Here we go. You just see like just like a guy, just in the middle of the street. Can I make it a little bit more? I forgot I'm erasing the background. Maybe just a little. Maybe it's a trick of the eye. Maybe you're just imagining things, but it almost looks like he has like red eyes, and he's just staring at you. Like this is like the vibe I think it would be interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it, but I'm just thinking like parking lots, this random scenery in the background, and then you just got this guy, this guy, and then he comes up to you and he gives you a shake of the hand. He's very charming, but something about where he is unsettling. Something about just the fact that he's there and he's talking to you just makes you unsettled. I think that's an interesting idea. We're gonna put that in the back burner. We're just gonna keep that in the background. Let me look for maybe like one more picture, see if we can. That's way too empty. Let me see. Can I find something else? That car wash almost looks like a car wash I live near. See, I mean, this is like the emptiest of emptiest parking lots. Like, this is really like this is, you don't see this everywhere, but this isn't that uncommon in America. Like, you'll just see parking lots, no cars, maybe one or two cars that have been there for like 5 years because no one's come to pick them up, and then just nothing but like nighttime in the background, a few street lights. Yeah. And then you just imagine, like, you don't even have to have like a person say anything. Like, if a person's just standing here, just why are they out in the middle of the parking lot, like anywhere near? And they shouldn't be there. You know, like, no one's there. You're there, you know, because you're about to leave. But why is he just chilling? Why is he just chilling? Yeah, they're fun when you're alone, but then you just see like a guy just like staring at you across the parking lot. Then it's not fun. You're like, oh, I'm gonna have this like cool little alone time to myself. You know, it's all spooky. The night is very quiet, and then there's just this guy, just a guy. Yeah, I need a brighter color. Yeah. That's another guy. See, I'm coming up with stuff. He's charming. I'm trying to look for one where there's like a building nearby that I can kind of like, something with like a big enough building where like I can put a shadow on it, but it's also like got to be smooth, that way it's not getting like distracting. You know, like if I have like a really cluttered building with signs all over it, you're not gonna notice the shadow. Unless I do some trickery. Unless I do something goofy. Some fun. Let me see. Okay, this is just a parking lot with a porta potty. That's terrifying. Don't do that. Don't have your eyes fall out. That would be very bad. I'm just gonna keep looking at like creeping parking lots. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off everything. Everybody's off. We're starting from scratch. Turn off the rule of thirds. I don't even care about the rule of thirds anymore. We're going off the grid. New layer. Hello? Why is it not letting me do anything? 1 second. Okay, there it goes. Oh. Okay, so let's start with the background. See if that helps me like figure out what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna try to do this like big lot. And maybe start with like night sky. Then it like slowly transitions. It gets a little bit lighter as it goes across. Maybe it's sunrise, maybe it's sundown. Okay. From far away, you can see like street lights. I'm just gonna do this in color. Then you got a big like building here. Big building. Welcome back. I'm trying to like work this out in my head right now. So we got like the big parking lot, big empty parking lot. You see all these street lights from over there. I'm gonna add like a little bit of white to it. That way you can tell like there's like light coming from it. Hold on, I need the brush to be small. There we go, that's perfect. Little dot, bah, bah. Little dot, bah, bah. Okay. Maybe like a darker color so we can get to some cars and just like over here. And maybe just one car. Maybe we just need one. Right there. We're at a peculiar angle. Here we go. Straighten that out. Add back in here. Right there. Let me change this to a different color. Can I just like make it like a little bit lighter? Yes, that works for me. Nope, wrong color. Maybe like a little, I don't know what you call these, but in some gas stations they have like stone pillars. That way people can't just like drive into the gas station, because I guess people are just that bad of drivers. But that's what that is, like just like a little stone thing to make sure people don't like drive into buildings. There we go. How do we get this? How far does this go? There we go. There we go, there we go. It's all come together. And make it a darker color so we can kind of have it like a shadow. Yes, this is supposed to be like a building. I'm trying to like draw the setting first, see if that like helps me figure out where I want like the shadow to be. And then how I can have the character show up. We're seeing. Hold on, let me see what the character looks like in this. So this kind of works. Hold on. Nope, that's the wrong one. I meant to make him a multiply. There we go. So this kind of works. This kind of works. That kind of works. I might have to move him a little bit so you can see the car. Make him just a little smaller. Or maybe we can even make the building a little higher. Let me see. What if we just lift it? Oh. Just move it a bit higher. Like maybe here. I said a bit higher and then we like lifted it like almost entirely off the page. Because you don't need all of the sky. You just need, mostly you just need like the car in the back, the street lamp, so you can tell like how far it is. Then we can have like the little plots for more parking cars. Let me put like a color behind him so you can kind of get, I'm gonna do like a general color. He's more of like a greenish gray color. Let me see if I can find the perfect one. How about this one? Nope, wrong layer. There we go. So this is him. He looks like he's wearing like some kind of like blanket. Okay, that way it stays separate from the background and we don't see through him. Is there a different color? Let me try this. That's actually a little bit closer, but maybe darker. Just go higher. Higher and then more green. A little more desaturated, like that, perfect. I'm gonna lock it. There we go, right there. I'm a genius. Okay, so that's him. I actually love that color. That's a great color. It's very like moody. Okay. Let's see. What if I put like some graffiti on the side of the building? Just to give it like a little bit of texture, a little bit of liveliness. I'm gonna first grab this color. We're gonna fill in all this. That way it's not just like floating in nothingness, not floating in limbo. There we go. Street, like a little sidewalk area. Side of the building. Let's take this off actually. I don't like the sidewalk. I don't like it. Green is a good color. I think some greens are really nice and then some greens aren't so nice. It's like some of them are just like kind of nasty looking. This green, I like it. But like, you know, bright lime green, maybe not so much. Blue, purple is my favorite color, so that's... It just always felt like a very creative, artsy color to me. Oh. It's a little blue. It actually is completely blue if you look on the little color selector. Ooh. So it's like it's a lot closer to blue than green. But it's fine. It just depends on like the surrounding colors. So like if you have a different color around it, it looks like a different shade. That's where the whole like white gold dress versus blue black dress came from, is because like different colors will look entirely different depending on the lighting. And it's really confusing and really annoying. But yeah, let me put some graffiti on this building. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've always wondered about that. Let's just put some nonsense on the wall. Something that looks like graffiti. No, I can't draw that on Twitch. Hold on. There we go. It may make it look a little dirty. We can get like a greenish, brownish color. Just dark. Just add some like grit here. Make it look like the floor is dirty. There we go. Alright. Then just on him, let me grab like a bright color. Let me go for this one right here. His schnoz is gonna catch a lot of light. A little bit here, a little bit here. That cheekbone, because he's got very sharp cheekbones. Forehead catching quite a bit of light. See, fingers. He's got very long, weird fingers. There's supposed to be like small little things that you can tell are off about him. So like the hunched, like nature of him, you can tell he's really tall. Then he has like these really freaky hands. His nose is a little bit too weird. Like it's a little bit, like some people just have large noses, but his are like really smooth, like porcelain. There's just like small little off things about him that like kind of give you a hint that he's not human. He's a vampire. I got small hands, but he's got like fingers that are literally like 7-8 inches long. Like he's got long fingers, or maybe that's just long to me. And his coat's gonna be like a tan color. That's not tan at all, but that'll work. Something like that. Okay. Okay. I will say the perspective isn't working just yet, so let me do a little something. We're just gonna cut this out. Nope. Start again. Here. Cut this out. And Control Z, Control V. Then we're gonna lift it up a little higher. So it'd be more like here. Or it'd be like a. I'm trying to compare it to like the building. So what's like a good horizon line? So I think like here. Select. Erase. Like that. And then I'm just gonna merge it down. I decided I'm dressing up as Charlie and forcing my boyfriend to be Mac. Jesus. Ooh, that'd be a fun one. I think Charlie's probably gonna be the more fun one because you're gonna have like dirt on you just because Charlie for some reason just has dirt on him at random times. Because he lives in the trash or something. Then Matt is also fun because you can either be Fat Mac or you can be really muscular Mac. You have two options. You have both sides. You could also be normal Mac, but I mean, come on. Have some fun. I don't know about Twink Mac. I haven't seen Twink Mac. I only know Buff Mac and Fat Mac. I relate to both of those. Season 1 Mac. Oh yeah, he was like a little thin at the start. It's fair. It's fair. Okay. So this is an option, I would say. So we have like just him in a tight alley. I think I like this one because of the shadow. It's like very easy to have him there. And then it also gives me the opportunity to be a little crazy with the perspective. But I think this feels a little bit more realistic as far as like this could actually be somewhere you find a stranger. So let me turn off this and let me stretch this out. Try to get the shadow to work. Move, you little runt. Right there. Right there. I'm already liking that. Yeah, normal people don't exist in alleys. Speaking of, going to both New York and Seattle, it is very awkward just seeing people in alleys. Like, I would walk by and just like people would just be hanging around in there. Sometimes, most of the time they were empty, but like, I could imagine if I lived there and if I ever had to go down an alley, it would be terrifying. Like, there's a lot of them were like covered in trash, like water just like sitting there because I don't know, like there's no drainage system in the alleys. Some of them, I would say. To be a man just chilling in an alley is very awkward. And then sometimes I would see people there and I'm like, oh, like I would have like these thoughts of like, oh my goodness, what is that guy doing there? What evil things could he be imagining? And then in reality, they're just like chilling, like on a work break or something. But me being, crazy ideas. Let me transform it, darn it. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. You win. Something like this. Let me also... I think in Greece they might be a little bit more fun. I've seen some places in Greece. They're very pretty. I'm specifically talking about like the beaches. Could you have it like stretched from him? Something like this. Like that. Ooh, hold on. I'm cooking up something here. I'm cooking. Traveling can be really frustrating. Like the actual like getting there and then walking around. Once you're there, it's fun, but you know, like all the stress of like not losing your stuff, keeping track of that stuff. It's a lot. That's pretty crazy. Cigars could be fun. Just for like a travel thing. Confession. Cigars don't taste great. They taste terrible. I don't get it. But again, like a lot of things, I just don't get it. There we go. So this is kind of interesting, kind of neat, kind of playing around a bit, What if we have it like a little faded? There we go, like that, like perfect. If it's faded, it makes a lot more sense because shadows, it's not supposed to be like super strong. Then we also add a little bit of blur. There we go. So something like this. This is interesting. This is interesting to me. I managed to do it and not cough. Don't know if that's cool or not, but I did it. And yeah, it just feels like it's burning the insides. It's not great. It's not cool. At least to me. But I mean, you know, it's something fun to try once and then, you know, decide whether or not you like it. Maybe in Cuba it'll be a little bit more fun. Okay, let me pull up those like little parking lots again. Interesting. So let me... So for this stream, I think we're just going to play around with ideas, just kind of like get things started. I don't think we're going to take it too seriously as far as like getting the lines and everything started. So this should be the horizon. Alternative. If we can make it land here, that would actually fit with the drawing. So if I just like change the roof so it's a little bit more like here, but then we're gonna have to trim down the building, so I don't want to do that. Alternative. So what if we go here and then have the walkway go around here? Hang on. There we go. Then the horizon would be perfect. And so all I would need to do is pull the gas station. I'm already making it a gas station. I never said it out loud, but this is definitely a gas station. No, it's not. What am I talking about? The gas station would have like the actual gas thing there. And that's not the plan. But like a corner store, like a pawn shop, like a bodega. Let me grab this color. Texture it up again. Too much texture. Dial it back. There we go. It's a little rough. Let me turn off these giant, really obnoxious pink lines. There you go. Now the perspective works. Or technically should work according to the math of how you do horizons. How you do perspective drawings. And let me also erase a little bit here. There we go. So now this is in perspective. Let me also just... make it like really dark in the background. Then we can go here. Get like really dark colors in here. So it's a little bit more like night. Just like slowly getting a little bit darker and darker so we can get towards like that really foreboding vibe. I really want to think about making this like a very dark piece. That way we can have like maybe one like really key light to it. Like what I'm thinking is maybe... Oh crap, how did I do that? Switch. There we go. So what I'm thinking is maybe... Let me airbrush him even darker. Hello? Hello? Why is it not coloring in? Oh, he's on a different layer, that's why. Yeah, I was surprised too. I was looking at... I straight up thought it was like the first week of October, or maybe like the second week of October, but we're already like halfway through October. It's really crazy. Which means I have to go to like a class tomorrow. My work is asking me to take like a notary class. So now I have to like get up at 8 in the morning. Because they don't have anything for nighttime. Because they hate me. So yeah, so I'm thinking of like maybe like really making it dark. Probably not this purple color, because I think Tzimisce are more of a like a greenish grayish color. But yeah, like having him be like really, really dark. And then we can have like the classic, you know me, I always do it like this. The bright eyes, just like the bright glowing eyes. You know how I like to do it. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like everything's super, super dark, super like, and shadowy. Don't tell me to take a class. I don't want to take a class. I'm too lazy. I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm thinking like maybe going like really, really dark, dim. You know, like he's just a random guy in the random stranger in the middle of a parking lot, and then you got these gleaming eyes that are just seeing right through you. That's the idea. Yeah, I really don't want to take this class, but it's for work. They're paying me to go to class, so I'll take it. Oh shoot, I need to message my boss and ask him about books before it's too late. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Just had to make sure I asked him about it. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking. This is kind of fun. I like this. I'm just wondering, something's not hidden. Something's not hidden the way it needs to. Let me see. Let me pull up some of these older pictures. So let's see. We got this one. me pull up this guy. I think we need a little bit of that glow, but that's gonna be way later on. So yeah, something like this, especially with this like green light. Like some street lamps are like really weirdly colored, so they have like a yellow tint, they have like a greenish tint. Some of them are like bright purple. I think that's to not hurt people's eyes. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think having like this really nasty glow to it will really add some mood to it. And also, while I'm here, let me look up Tzimisce color palettes. I've also been trying to include this. This is not the color palette I thought it'd be. So they do have purple on the color palette. That's actually was completely unintentional. See, like all these colors, the gray, the brown. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, I forgot about this gray too. So all these, like I already imagined, like that already fit with the color palette of my character. Like pull him out. Like he already kind of fits that. But purple, I was not expecting. That doesn't. That's surprising. Because I mean, they're Tzimisce. They usually look like. Copy image. This is more what Tzimisce usually look like. I mean, they are all very different, so it's kind of hard to really tell. Copy image. Like they're very like nasty little boys. Let me see. Copy image. Yeah, here's like an actual one from like the video games from Vampire the Masquerade. So this is like a canon Tzimisce. They just have like very weird like they like can mold their flesh into whatever they want. So they usually go in like really weird alien directions. So I guess you can see like this green is almost exactly perfect. This like gray green here. This is perfect. Nope, that's not it. You can see like this is exactly like all over this character. But I guess you can see a little bit of purple here too. You can kind of see it. Okay. I think it's supposed to be like a crown for him. I'm not sure. But like, I mean, the fact that red isn't one of these colors, that's insane. I might still include red just because like it feels right to me. I've never seen a Tzimisce in purple. They're always like wearing bright reds. Then you get the browns like here on his horns. Like that's perfect. Like this is really like almost exactly right for the character. Then even like my character, so you get this like gray. You can kind of see it in the pants. You definitely get the browns. Just like generally here, this area. And this like white, you can see it in the suit here. The green, I actually do his like skin like that as well. So I had the exact same idea too. So like everything's there. Except the red. Like I feel like red's gotta be here somewhere. So let me undo all of this. I can actually just delete him entirely. So yeah, that's the direction they usually go, where they get like very fleshy and very nasty. It's cool, but there's like two different directions. You either get like the pure body horror, like this little bat guy here, or you go like really old school Dracula types, because this is the clan of Dracula in the story, and they're all kind of talking that like old timey vampire, like, you know, slow talking. They need permission. They're all about doing things like properly. Let me see. Like in the Vampire the Masquerade world, this is what Dracula looks like. Get your butt up here. See? They're like twins. That's alright. I appreciate the company anyways. Even if you're falling asleep. So this is what we're going for as far as his like design. So you can kind of see like this like grayish skin, the red eyes. Like my idea is basically that he's like in the information about Dracula is that he's kind of a trickster, in where he like makes clones of himself and just like sends them out into the world to do his bidding. That way he can stay hidden, but like he still appears everywhere. And you know, there's people that will claim to have killed him, and you know that helps him hide, even though those were actually just his ghouls. Like they're just his clones and bodyguards. So I'm thinking that this guy is one of those one of his like followers that were made into like his clone, and he kind of is obsessed with like, you know, finding his old master, because his old master has disappeared. Like he even doesn't know where he is, but Dracula for sure knows where he is. So it's kind of like this weird thing where he still has this like devotion to this person that does not care about him. Like he's just a pawn for his master. But he's also the one that created him and made him in his image. But yeah, that's the other direction. That's where I like to go. So like, you know, the two flavors. You got well, it is Dracula. So you get like the weird fleshy Tzimisce, then you get the old school, very creepy Tzimisce. You know, just a very classical vampire of just, you know, they are very subdued. And that's the way I'm going. Oh. That's crazy that there's purple in this color sheet. I feel like they did that. They had to do that. That's weird. But it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, that's where we're gonna go. Good to know that I'm already on like the right color palette though. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else I can think of? I think we're kind of good. I think this is where we're gonna start. Hold on, let me just do a little bit more of working on the background. See if I can make this like part. Just the camera. I moved the entire drawing. That was weird. Okay, parking lot. So I'm gonna replace this red with this darker color. I'm still gonna have red, but it's more gonna be on his outfit. And then like also like some of the shadows in this kind of area. So they'll still be red. It's just gonna be more on the character. And then let's see. I'm gonna add like a greenish glow. Can I just grab it from one of these images? It's like green. This right here. This right here is the color that I want. Like this old sickly greenish yellow. So let me see if I can just steal it. Great artist steal. The color still, is it still there? Okay, good. Then this is gonna be like yellow. That's the one. Oop. And then the street, let's see, we're gonna go for like, I'm gonna grab this like orange yellow, or sorry, not this brownish yellow. Let's see, is there that car? Weird. Let's see, which one is it? Is it this one? Nope, that's not the one. There you are. Put you down. Just kind of get like a reference for how we want to do it. Whoa, that's a very long car. Hold on. I actually don't know how to draw cars very well. That's one thing I struggled with a lot. Is general car shapes. I have to always have like a reference right next to me whenever I do these. Otherwise, they look like toy drawings, which isn't the worst thing, but it feels a little embarrassing. I have his little lights. Well, thank you for being here. Go ahead and get some sleep. I don't want to keep you. I'm just gonna keep working for maybe like the next like 10, 15 minutes. I think I'm probably gonna just call it once I feel happy with the background. Yeah, you're fine. I really appreciate you hanging out. It's good to see you again. I hope you're having fun wherever you are. I'm pretty sure you're back in London, or in college, wherever you are. And then I hope your little film goes well. Let me know. I'll probably be here next Tuesday, so you'll be able to tell me all about it. See ya. Bye bye bye. Just like that. Oh, well, have fun with the partying then. Yeah. I'll see you when I see you. Bye 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 bye. Where'd the dragon go? I don't remember saying the dragon could disappear. Something happened in this lair? What happened? Oh, I see. I moved it somehow. There we go. And then where's the dragon? Is this a multiply? Yes, it. No. That make you like 50%. Nope. Oh, I see the issue. Go down. Get out of the group. And then why can't I change your layer style? Okay, there we go. Now it's fixed. Okay, and then let me see if I can pull out this, like... Uh-oh. I made that part of the same layer. That's not good. Cut all that out. Control X, Control V. Send it back to the layer. Merge it down. Turn off all these. Bip, bip. Okay, then what's next? What's next? Oh, I want to do like the parking lines. So let me pull back up that picture. So let's see if I can grab this color. Yeah, very careful. One of these like brighter parts of it. That bright enough? Let's see. Turn it off. What just happened? Oh, I'm on a different layer. Okay. Select, deselect. And maybe just like a fully black color over here. That's not black. Hold on. That's black. Just like fully, just further in the background. This is like where buildings are, or bushes, or just something in the background where the horizon starts to disappear. Yeah, just like that. Interesting. And we can go back to having like a brighter color here. I'm gonna do like a color dodge. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay. And we're gonna tone it down later, but let me just get the lights in. What does putting black do? Okay, nothing. I'm gonna tone this down. Just enough for him to like really stand out. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab this color, the liner color. Just make sure I get the jacket in there. Jacket. And then he also wears like a scarf. Like a nice little heirloom scarf. Oh. Flipping it really like locked that into position. That actually is awesome lighting. I didn't even realize how good it looked. Like it looked honestly, like before I flipped it, like it looked terrible to me. And then like as soon as I flipped it over, like it kind of like locked everything. So a little trick that people do, like an early trick that you learn as an artist, is drawing things upside down or like flipping images, and that kind of like changes your perspective, so you can see it from a different point of view. So it makes it so it's not just this thing you're working on. You're almost seeing it like a fresh new person. Like, you know, like I've mentioned before, artists know all of the problems. A random person's not going to notice all those issues unless they're like really, really bad. So flipping it or putting it upside down makes it so you can kind of tell what a normal person would see. So let me image. Can I just like rotate? There it is. Help you get like an idea of what other people see, and that could be a good thing or that can be a bad thing. There we go. So it like really breaks like your tunnel vision, so you can kind of actually tell what you're doing. And I'm pleased with what I see. Filter. So we're gonna turn him back around. Rotate. Flip. There we go. All right, so I think we're getting there. Oh, that's so cool, man. I actually really like this. But yeah, this is the plan. This is what we're gonna do. I'm liking this, like this setting, this area, especially because it feels different. Like I think the alley was too simple. It was way too simple, and I didn't like it. The other idea I had in my little sketchbook over here. Let me see it on camera so I can tell if I'm actually showing it on camera. Oh, I'm very bright on this camera. Let me turn the light away. There you go. That must have been like just blaring. Anyways. So you can tell up here. Ooh. That he's kind of just standing in front of a doorway. And that was also too simple. This one feels unique for me. As in like I've never done this before. and it feels creepy as far as like the setting. Like I really wanted this like I was telling Peanut earlier was I like the look of somebody you found in a parking lot, like just somewhere where no one should be. No one should be talking you to, you know, like in the middle of a parking lot, because it's like the most terrifying place you can meet somebody. Yet, here he is. And there's kind of a bit of like, you know, like a mystery to like, what kind of person is this? Why are they so seemingly charming? And the answer is, he's a vampire. But I don't know. I like this. And then like there's this like small little stuff to put you off, like the red skies, the red clouds in the background, the single car in the parking lot, like right under the street light. It's almost like safety, like your car's over there, you can escape from this person, but you have to talk to him, you have to walk by him. Like that's also like a really stressful thing. Like if you're heading home, you're on your own, but there's like two people near your car. They're not, you know, doing anything to your car. Otherwise, you just call the police. They're just nearby, and already like that's unsettling, because then you have to, you know, like they could be. If you're like a really paranoid type of person, you're already assuming like these guys could kill me. These guys could kidnap me. Especially if you're like a smaller person, or you know you're somebody that can't like physically intimidate people. Like you're immediately like you're in like panic, or you're worried that like something could happen. These people could be up to something. They could be complete strangers. They're probably not. They're probably not going to do anything. There's been 100 times where I just walked across people in the middle of the night. You know, they're doing their own thing. You're doing your own thing. Not everybody around you is a criminal, but there's still that fear in your head. And I think that's what I really like about this. Like I was just spitballing, just coming up with ideas, just to like throw things around, and I'm really pleased with what's come together. It's definitely going to take some refining, but right now where we're at, this is solid. This is like mixing everything that I wanted, where the shadows in the background, the characters right up front in your face, enough of the details. Really, I just wanted the upper half of the character. You know, like the nice little bent over, hunched position. I might raise his shoulders a bit because I really like, you know, like the hunched position. Like I want him to be hunched. We're gonna see if we can tamp that down. But this, as far as like the scale of the character, the scale of, you know, like you giving him a handshake. I dropped my pen. The building in the background, the shadow, everything's working. I think everything's working. I was worried about the shadow especially, but the shadow I think also needs refinement, but it's working. It's giving shadow, which is exactly what I'm trying to go for. Ooh, stretch. So yeah, this is the first stream for my piece for Romeo, and let me go ahead and title the thing on the bottom so we can have it ready for next stream. So we're gonna go to the overlay, and I only have to change the header once because they're both connected somehow. Stream topic. Properties? There it is. Okay. Today's topic. That's the wrong one. This is the one. Alright, Vampire the Masquerade. Tzimisce. I'm gonna have to double check my spelling. No, I got it right. I've written down Tzimisce so many times that I actually can't remember it. And then change the name to Romeo. I'm pretty sure Romeo is an Italian name. I think I double checked that. Yeah, it's an Italian name. It arose from Greek, went to Rome, Italy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take one last look. So yeah, we're pretty good where we are now. Obviously, this is gonna need refinement. Usually, I don't paint like this. So usually, I just do the sketch lines first. But something about the background, I think, works better whenever you paint it. At least for my head, whenever I'm trying to like think of things in 3D space, it helps me whenever I just paint it on, like instead of just trying to get sketch lines. Because you might have saw earlier when I was doing the alley background. Where is it? Right here. So you can tell, oh my goodness, where's all the stuff? Go away. There you are. So you can tell, like, right here, like, I was trying to, like, draw the building itself and trying to, like, push it into the background by drawing it in 3D space. And it wasn't working. Like, it just wasn't working. Like, this is simple, but it's a little bit too simple. I was just going to do, like, fog for the background. The buildings were just going to be concrete bricks. Like, it was concrete. It was just going to be concrete blocks. Like, there was not going to be any spice to the building. And then what alley? Where is the alley? You know, I didn't have any of that down. So that's why I'm way happier with this. This feels good to me. I'm gonna merge these two. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be it for this stream. Let me go ahead and do the sign off. Thank you for everybody who was here today. Peanut and I don't remember the other two's names. Other twos. Myrtle Maz. I saw his name, like their name, like 4 or 5 times. Myrtle and McLig. McLig. They seem to have been deaf. Didn't really know what to do. I try to keep them in touch by just typing messages, but I don't know how to make things available for deaf people right now. The only thing I could think of was closed captions, but closed captions are hit or miss, even like good ones. So I don't even know how I would go about adding closed captions to my voice. But you know, hopefully they at least tuning them in whenever they ask questions helps. Whenever they need it. Okay, sorry. Thank you to those 3 for showing up. Or anybody that just joined in and didn't feel like saying anything. I understand that it's a bit weird to talk to people online. That's, you know, even in video games where I'm like meeting people for like 30 minutes and then I'm gone. Like even that's hard for me. But that's besides the point. Thank you for being here for today's stream. We're gonna keep working on this guy next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. Let me double check, make sure I don't have anything coming up. And that is going to be Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am considering maybe switching it to a different day. We're probably looking at Mondays, but I think maybe for October we're going to keep doing Tuesdays. Tuesdays just always been a good day for me, but now I'm starting to think that maybe Tuesdays are a more interesting time for where events start to happen. So Monday might be the new time. Anyways, that's going to be in the background right now. Still going to be Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be here next week, and then the week after that, the week after that, the week after that. So, please feel free to check out my Instagram and give me a follow, give me a like, whatever you prefer. That's usually where I'm keep things the most up to date and where you first see my art, if you're not already hanging out in the chat. And then you can also keep in touch in what I'm doing in my life. Like Peanut mentioned earlier, I did go to Seattle, and I posted pictures about it. So if you want to keep up with my personal life at all, that's where I'm going to post stuff. If there's any kind of updates to, you know, like when I'm going to be streaming, or, you know, like I'm going to be gone for like a month or something, it'll probably be there. And then I also have a DeviantArt. If you want to see some of my older pieces or some of the extra pieces that you don't make it to Instagram, I usually end up posting it to my DeviantArt. I've been on there for almost 10 years, so that's just where I like to hang out. So I'm always pretty active on there. It's also a good place for me to gather references and inspiration. So DeviantArt, pretty active on there. Feel free to check out my YouTube channels. I have 2. There's the full stream archive where I post the entire archive onto the entire stream onto an archive. That way I can keep it for posterity and just, you know, have people who aren't able to make it live, they can still hang out there. And then also I have a time-lapse channel, and that's where I make all the streams into 5-minute chunks. They're very fun to watch. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. They're very fun to watch because it makes it seem like I actually know what I'm doing, and you get to see the process. And then whenever I finish a piece, I do what I call a supercut, and that's going to be all the time lapses, just from the very, very start of a piece all the way to the very, very end. And it's more of like a 10 to 12 minute chunk. So those are very, very satisfying to watch the the entire process of the piece instead of just, you know, each individual stream. So yeah, check out my YouTube channel, whichever one you prefer, if you want to watch the full stream, or if you just want to watch the time-lapse channel so you can catch up whenever those come along. Then I also have a commission sheet down below. If you want me to work on a character for you, I mentioned earlier, if you want me to do like one of your characters or your D&D character, your Vampire the Masquerade character, anything like that. I love working on art for people. Or, you know, like even like fictional characters like Batman, Naruto, just anything you can think of that you would like me to draw for you. Just check out that sheet down below for my rates. And then if you don't understand the chart, you can always just shoot me an email or send me a message on Instagram, and we can talk through it there. I will say, if you do talk to me on Instagram, make sure it's very clear that you're not a bot, because the bots on Instagram are really, really annoying. So, you know, just include something about whether or not something you like about my art, or, you know, something about the commission you're thinking about getting. Yeah, that just help clears things up for me. And then if you don't want to go through the process of going through a full commission and you just want to make a one-time donation, you can go to the PayPal link down below and just drop me a little something there. I did do this even now without money, but, you know, that just a little bit helps me feel like my time is being appreciated, and that, you know, people are enjoying what I do. It's just a very like clear way to show the appreciation. So yeah, any of the money I make there would probably just be going to making the stream better anyways in the first place. I think that's pretty much covers everything. So yes, next week, gonna continue working on Romeo, keep working on this piece. We're probably gonna start this, I may put the mic too close. We're probably gonna be doing all the sketch work and actually making things a little bit more solid, making the anatomy a little bit more solid, and working from there. Yep, that's gonna be everything. Thank you again. I hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you next week. Bye. Goodbye. Bye.